Hey everyone, I'm John, and today we're going to be taking a look at how I made my wallpaper in Photoshop CS6. Before we get started, pause the video and head to the link below. There you can download all the project files you will need in order to complete today's tutorial. We're going to go to File, New, and I'm going to name this one Bold Tut. And I have a preset saved as Retina wallpaper size, and that's going to be 2880 by 1800 with a resolution of 72. Hit OK. Double click the background layer to unlock it. Hit OK. And we're going to create a new layer. Grab our ellipse tool. And before we get started, I want to put these guides out into the center so we have a center point to work off of. And if you go nice and slow, they'll kind of lock into place. There you go. And I'm just going to make sure this one's locked into place real quick. And looks like it's locked in now. Back to the ellipse tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag from the center and hold while holding shift, drag out, and then hold alt. It'll make the circle from the center. I'm going to change this color real quick to black. Not a fan of purple. Double click to open your blending options. And I'm going to put a drop shadow on this. Bump the size up a little bit. Spread up a little bit. And you know what, I'm going to probably bring down the size a little bit there. So we got 28 spread and 136 pixel size. And we're going to put a bevel and emboss on this. And the depth all the way up. Make the size to about like that. No soften. 0 pixel soften. Hit OK. And we're going to make a new layer, and we're going to grab our ellipse tool again and go from the center and drag out holding shift and option. And for some reason my thing likes purple today, so I'm going to switch that real quick too. Just make it a gray for now, and we're going to call this inside. I'm going to go back to my outside circle bevel and emboss effect, and I'm going to change the gloss contour to this double pointed one, which gives it a really cool effect. I'm going to go back into the gradient overlay on the inside, and I'm just going to change these to similar medium gray colors, full stops. Just barely a little bit of contrast going on here. Hit OK. Create a new layer. And I'm going to go up to the elliptical marquee tool. Draw out a little bit of a thing, and we're going to make a gloss here. Just draw out something like that. Go to Edit, Fill, and we're going to pick white as our fill color. Hit OK. Command D to deselect, and we're going to turn the opacity down really low just to make it look like it's a gloss effect. We're going to duplicate this layer with Command J, Command T to free transform. Going to drag this out a little bit, make it bigger size, and rotate it a little bit. Kind of move it around, make it look like it's a gloss effect. Apply that. And we're going to duplicate this one more time, and Command T to free transform. Going to make this a little bit smaller. Drag it up, rotate it, pull it out a little bit, make it look like a different shape. Drag it around, and I think I like that. I'm going to apply that. Now I'm going to drop the opacity down to 2% on this layer and the other layer I just created. And for the layer, the background layer, we're going to create a gradient overlay real quick just to spice this thing up a little bit. I'm tired of looking at a plain white background. And we're going to make this a really light gray to a different really light gray, a lighter gray, if you will. Looks good to me. And I'm just going to rename these layers real quick. Make a new folder, drag it up to the top. And I'm going to drag all these into that group. That way I can keep all my glosses organized. That way when I come back to this, if I ever need to, I'll know what's going on here. I'm going to name these gloss 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to create the group name as gloss. Gloss group. Close that. Now we're all organized there. I'm going to go to File, Open. And I'm going to locate my concrete wall JPEG. Close out of this thing real quick. And what you can do is you just click and drag and plop it right into your other document. Control T to free transform. Make it as big as your document is. Apply that. And I'm going to put this to an overlay.